Oh, no, it feels really good. I mean, the guys are joyous. Everybody's like high energy. Everyone's really happy, smiles. It's a really good feeling to come into the locker room with a great win.
Career night for you tonight, 16 points, 6 of 8 shooting,
Yep.
4 of 7 from the free throw line.
Mhm.
Everything was working, and your teammates did a great job feeding you the
Yes.
ball. Just
Yes.
give me your perspective from down low tonight.
I think my teammates did a really good job finding me. And like they knew that I would make the game easier for them because everybody was second into the post and they would be wide open for shots or drive to the basket. So they did a really good job with that and creating plays for me and themselves.
Offense was swinging all the way around tonight, 17 assists as a team. You guys put up 74 points.
Mhm.
Is this a look at what the offense can be when it's flowing the way you guys want it to flow?
Most definitely. Like our offense, we got a good look of it, what it looks like tonight and what we could possibly be and bring it into. So we got a big one on Saturday against Ball State. We got to bring the same energy and even take it up a notch to the next level for this one.
All right, I got to ask you, it's easy to ask about this guy again, Noah Farrakhan, the effort that he put together tonight, 31 points, 23 in the first half. What's it like being able to play alongside him?
It's great. You know, me and him are always talking on the court about plays and what to do offensively, defensively, and he always helps me out and I help him out. And, you know, he's just a great teammate. I love the guy.
You guys obviously are well aware of the situation and the wins that you guys need to put together. Is that something you're talking about as a whole, or are you just focusing on one game at a time as you continue on?
For us, we're going one game at a time. We don't want to try to jump ahead and like think about the future. We want to go one step at a time, possession by possession, game by game, until we get to our destination.
I do. I'm extremely proud of the guys, and you know, I thought you know, we handled you know, goods and bads, the adversity, and whatever, just kind of hang on. But a lot of good things happened. Noah Farrakhan I thought was special in the first half, especially. Really kept us going and got us back into the game after we were down a little bit. And Spotsville did a tremendous job defensively and rebounding. And even on that last possession, you know, just kind of staying in front without fouling and making that a tough shot for Williams to seal the game. But, you know, again, a lot of guys stepped up. A lot of times we could have folded. A lot of times we could have maybe extended to 10, but we found a way to eke it out.
There's been so many games this year where we can talk about the effort of Noah or really one particular guy that's had a great game, but then trying to find that second piece.
Yeah.
And who was that extra score tonight? Tonight it was Mojai, 16 points, 6 of 8 shot selection, really good. His teammates did a great job of feeding him. How special was his performance?
Well, it's good to see him. We've all seen him kind of making that progress, and he's to the point now where he wasn't, you know, a couple months ago, where you just throw it into him on the block and he can make some things happen. And so he's a force down there, and teams are making decisions. Do we double him? Do we not? And when they don't, he can kind of make you pay for it. But it was good to see him. And the guys have confidence in him. He's starting to catch some of those harder passes, those traffic passes that come in the pick and roll. But I thought he had some big plays down the stretch. And, you know, again, just presence around the basket that helps us as well, too. But, yeah, good to see 2 freshmen. Think about that, 31 from one and 16 from the other. 2 freshmen in this league playing like that. That's pretty special.
Well, and then you have a senior, someone like Jeremy Spotsville, who doesn't light it up points-wise, but does the things that need to be done on the court. 11 rebounds tonight, 4 assists, and just providing that steady hand as he helps to handle the ball.
Well, especially when Bryce is out, you know, we needed somebody to step up as well, too. And Spots did a really good job. And, you know, he's always been one of our best defensive players, and always going to give great effort. And to see a guy get 11 rebounds, you know, 6'3", that's pretty special. That means he wanted it. He wanted to win. He was very hungry, and you know, it paid off. And we needed everything he gave us on the floor. I know he gave it to us offensively and defensively, and he was a huge piece to this win.
You've talked a lot about the flow that you want to see within the offense and finding the open man. Tonight, 17 assists. Is there a number of assists that you want to try to hit in the game? Is this kind of the area you want to be at in that 17?
Yeah, I think that's a good number. I mean, obviously, I love those turnovers be down to about 12. But, you know, if we be somewhere between 15 and 20 assists, that means the ball is moving, we're sharing it. You know, guys are involved, and when guys are involved, they play better. So it was good to see. And some of those were, you know, direct passes for layups, you know, easy scores that were, you know, traffic passes, things like that. So Noah Farrakhan with 7 kind of, you know, set the tone with that. But you have a couple other guys, you know, Monty Scott had 4, and he had some, Monty Scott had 4, and he had some really nice, Monty Scott had 7, and Noah Farrakhan had 4. Monty had some really good plays. I was thinking that myself, like really good plays as well, too. And Spotsville had 4.
talk about the defensive effort as well, holding NIU to 72 points. I know it's easy to look at the stat sheet and see all the offense, but I know you were happy with the defensive effort tonight.
Well, I was, and you know, when you really think about it, they got, I don't know the exact number, but we had 21 turnovers, so I'm assuming they had over 20 points or so off our turnovers. So our half-court defense, when it was set, was stellar tonight. Hard for them to get shots, a couple shot clock violations, you know, some shots that were taken at the very last 2-3 seconds that, you know, were very difficult shots that didn't go in. So our defense really stepped up, and really after the first, because our defense was giving up layups in the first 5-6 minutes. So if you take away that and you take away the turnovers, man, you couldn't have asked for better defense the last 35 minutes of the game.
You and your staff and obviously the team know the situation at this point, what you need down
Yeah.
the stretch to get yourself to Cleveland. How, as the head coach, do you keep the guys even keeled enough to get what they need to be doing in practice, but also to ride the momentum and continue this thing?
Well, I think it's always great this time of year if you're playing for something. If you're playing for nothing, then it's really hard to get motivated. But you're playing for something right now, and that's important for us. We're young. We've got guys first time in this situation, and you know, these are teams that we played before. These are teams that I think we're capable of beating, but we need to play very well. And you know, I like the fact that we're going to come to practice. We'll be off tomorrow, but we'll come to practice on Thursday, and guys will know, like, hey, you know, this game means something, and we got to be ready to go. We got to be locked in, and we need to use this time wisely.
Coach, good luck.